All right, hopefully my audio is not too bad right now and you can hear me all right. But if you need me to re-explain anything, feel free to just let me know. So one number added to 3 times another number is 24. 5 times the first number added to 3 times the other number is 36. Find the numbers. All right, so the first thing I like to do when solving systems of equations is I like to define my variables. So we're going to have x and y. I'll write them off to the side right here on the left. It's just what I like to do. All right, and how we're going to know what we need to define our variables as is it's going to say right here at the end of the problem what we need to find. So find the numbers. So our two numbers that we need to find, x and y numbers, is number 1. Excuse my handwriting. I'm using like a mouse right now. Okay. And number 2. So that just helps us keep track of what we need to find and keep it all in order so we don't get confused. I like to do that at least. All right. So one number, x, added to 3 times another number is 24. So we have one number added to 3 times our number 2. So we're going to multiply that by 3 equals 24. And then our second piece of information, 5 times the first number added to 3 times the other number is 36. Awesome sauce. Okay, so now there's 2 methods we could use to solve this. It's whatever your preference is. So right now when I look at this problem, I see what would be easiest is to cancel out these 2 numbers right here. I don't know if they taught you this. If you need me to explain this in more detail, I can. I assume you probably know what I'm talking about. All right, sorry. Clear my throat real quick. All right, so we're going to subtract these so we can cancel out these 2 y's right here. So x minus 5x, we're going to get a negative 4x. Here we're going to get 0. And then 24 minus 36, let me get my calculator out because I'm not doing that in my head. 24 minus 36 is negative 12. So we're going to divide by negative 4 to isolate our variable, and x equals 3. And so then what we can do is we can put x right back into our first equation or the second equation, if you'd rather do that. I think the first will be easier because x is already by itself. So we have 3 plus, sorry, I'm drawing some arrows. Hopefully you can kind of see where I'm putting these because I know it's not the easiest to tell when I'm not in person. Okay, so now we need to isolate y. So we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. 3y equals 21. Divide by 3. And y equals 7. So find the numbers. Where did my mouse go? Okay, sorry. Number 1 is 3. And number 2 equals 7. Now, there's also another way that we could solve this problem that you might have learned in school. So, I'm trying to think, see if I can make this bigger. Select. Can I select this? Okay, we're gonna. Oh yeah, I can make it smaller. Sweet. Okay. Brushes. All right, so we have our 2 equations: x plus 3. Y equals 24, and we have our other equation, 5x plus 3y equals 36. So another way that you could do this is we can define x and then substitute it into our second equation here. So you could do this with any variable you want. You could define this x, you could define this y, define this x, define this y. But I'm going to show you what this means. Hopefully you learned this in school. If not, I can send you other videos explaining these 2 methods here. So I'm going to define this x here, and then I'll show you what to do with that. So we have x plus 3y equals 24. And now if we subtract 3y from both sides, we find out that x equals 24 minus 3y. So now what we can do with that is we can substitute this x back into this equation here, which is pretty convenient. Okay, I'm going to try and erase that. Okay. So we're going to put 5, and then what we figured out x is 5, 24 minus 3y plus 3y equals 36. And now we only have one variable in this equation, and we can solve for y. So we're going to distribute 5. 5 times 24, putting that in my calculator real quick, equals 120 minus 15y plus 3y equals 36. All right, combine like terms. Negative 15y plus 3y is negative 12y, I believe. Is 36. Oh, sorry, negative 120. I'm going to subtract 120. Subtract 120. You have negative 12y equals negative 84. Divide by 12 on both sides. And we have y equals 7, which, look at that, that's what we got over here too. So then you'll follow that same process. You'll substitute y into either of these equations, and you will solve for x, which I will do just in case. But if you know where to go from here, you could stop the video. So we'll have x plus 3. Well, we figured out 7 is 7 equals 24. X plus 21 equals 24. Oh yeah, also I got that equation from up here. Hopefully you were able to see that. Subtract 21 from both sides, and we have x equals 3, which is exactly what we got using this other method too. So hopefully that helped a little bit, and I will send another video explaining that second question or any other question you need. But hopefully that helped. Let me know if you have any questions.